weaker laning supports that allows them to get into the game, right? And here it will be the case, I think, for Radiant. It is going to be about how are they able to get themselves through the laning phase, because there is so much greed on Nine Pandas. If they don't punish the greed, then suddenly this mid game is just in the back of their mind. They're still farming, they're still scaling. We're not closing off the map. So every time, like Bristle gets Ags, Bristle gets Bloodstone, like it needs to be constant points of pressure from Radiant.
That does indeed, but you know, the one question I have about this is it kind of like counterintuitive to picking the Luna? Because Luna is a kind of faster paced carry. Alchemist, he can be quite fast paced if he gets the farm he needs, but I'm not sure they're going to have the map for that. And does that kind of then nullify the Luna pick?
30 seconds to battle.
I won't lie. I didn't exactly process what you said. I'm not even gonna try and lie. I heard something about nullify, but I was confirming something with our producer.
Yes. Are they going to buy a nullifier? That was my question. Does the Alchemist counteract the Luna's timings and kind of nullify the pick? But we have a fight taking place. You're off the ball for the time being. Alpha jumps in, but he's not going to be able to grab that bounty rune. Chira will pick it up, meaning 2 going the way of Klim and 2 going the way of Nine Pandas. Just a little bit of spell casting, a bit of shots across the bow, but nobody really taking any damage.
All right, so going back to your question, I can now answer. There is going to be this weird, like, lack of jungle potentially for Luna, because like Alk is the all-being hero, but I feel like I mentioned during the draft, like Luna isn't this type of carry that itemizes too greedily, right? Like her items are Manta for more push, BKB for survivability, right? So you have quite a utility style carry with an Alchemist. So I think if anything, these 2 heroes probably can work within the same draft. It's just about syncing up when Alk has 3 items and Luna has a BKB, get them into the same lane and start doing things together. Don't allow, you know, Primal to get BKB, Ags, Heart, Blade Mail. Don't allow Bristlebat to get to Bloodstone and all this stuff, right? It's, you know, use your early timings that you're kind of drafting yourself. Like there's a lot of greed, but these are heroes that by 20 minutes they are online, right? It's
Dominic on the top side, on the Bristleback, taking heavy hits here. Might just get run down by V-Tune, certainly will. And that'll be your first blood coming out for the side of Nine Pandas.
And for the Dark Moon.
You got to be careful about stepping up there. The damage, we've seen this Dark Willow do this multiple times here. You land the Bramble, and down on the bottom side, they're also going to be able to bring down Artho on the Weaver. On score, getting dropped. That's a surprise to me. Wasn't ready for that, but yeah, time dilation. Catch them off guard, actually. That's a real issue for him, and we're probably going to see it again. It's up on the top side. Dominic, once again, just being chased down, comes back to lane, and immediately just gets bullied out by Roger and V-Tune. Sweetenstrong kind of needs to step up here and do something, but the Support Invoker, level 1, he's only got 1 ability, and it's not a good one.
Looking at Fatal Void bottom as well. Has a max concoction. No jump though for 10 more seconds. They weren't able to get the kill. So a lot of pressure getting applied here. Don't forget that concoction is a physical damage spell. It's why Acid Spray, if you layer it beforehand, it's a lot of damage. If you have the Swarm, he doesn't have it yet, but that is going to be just so much damage to rip through them.
Yeah, that's the thing about these Nine Pandas lanes, though. Well, about the bottom lane for Nine Pandas and the top lane for Klim, is that they both just need a better time. They both just need a couple of levels, and then they'll be much, much stronger. And both teams, respectively, have then taken advantage of that fact and gotten kills in their lanes because of it. Yeah, Roger gonna drop. And this time Sweetenstrong might be going down as well. This is a real reckoning up in the top lane. V-Tune, though, needs to finish the job. Moves through the trees, finds him. Sweetenstrong does get caught out. Moves next to the creep wave, and that gives V-Tune the freebie. And down the bottom side, Ramses just blows himself up, unfortunately. Casty, I'm gonna reconnect.
Oh, yeah, we have, let's look at mid lane right now. You know, Cheer Junior, Angular, is just 2 of the beefcakes in the lanes right now. Nothing too crazy. 23 for 4. Cheer Junior is going to be moving up towards the bounty rune. At this point, some hobbies do. Yeah. Gonna be the case this time around. And Weaver does also die in the bot lane. I can't honestly, the Radiant's start of the game has been pretty good, right? Like they found some cheap kills, they're looking pretty good. Yeah, Junior's getting even more resources right now with the water rune. It does feel like with 9 Pandas, with the greed that they do draft, they aren't able to be as free on the map as other teams. When you pick a Luna, when you pick an Alchemist, you often can't leave them on an island and leave them alone. Yeah, that seems to be the case here. Radiant, of course, much more stable in their lane setup. Bristle, the Void, the Primal, all heroes that can be left independent. So I do feel like that could be an advantage for Radiant to utilize. If the Pugner or the Invoker can get some early levels and start making some moves on the map, especially the Pugner, start progressing some towers. Whilst the Luna and Alk, they always want to look backwards towards the jungle. It will be very helpful for them to be able to just apply more points of punishment. So I think for 9 Pandas, it really is just about how quickly can they get to like 20 minutes in the game. If they get to 20 minutes and the game state isn't Bristle running them over or Primal with like 4 or 5 kills, then 9 Pandas are going to be in a little spot above her. And unfortunately, as you are aware, guys, I think Nomad is having some connection problems. So you're hearing the T-Governor solo cast. I do apologize that you are left with just my voice alone, and hopefully no team fights occur, because I do not want to play-by-play in any capacity. I'll give it a try. I know Sunshine and Cinder's had to do this before, so I will try and emulate his gameplay. Oh, Ramsey's in the bot lane, getting trampled on. Weaver also dying. Oh, and dead. Nice rotation there from Kira Jr. Bushi jumping away. There's not enough damage now. Roger just left out all by himself. He'll be going down too.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Scanning.
Early moves from Radiant. Also hope that Nomad is moving his way back into the cast sometime soon.
I'm afraid to say anything because I keep getting kicked, but hi! I should be back for the time being.
Thank you.
Yeah. You ask and you shall receive. Ooh, what again? Chira Jr. just taking his anger out, you know, just pulverizing on down on Ramses and yeah, getting that therapy slam in. Always feels good. Yeah. So far, honestly, like, I don't know, this laning phase, whilst it doesn't feel, obviously Klim have the advantage at the moment, it doesn't feel like it's gone too badly considering how greedy 9 Pandas were in their draft. And we have a Rolling Thunder coming down, but Sweden Strong just hugging the cliffside here, trying to avoid Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka can't find him, so we'll have to finish him off with the Swashbuckle instead. Does get that kill onto Sweden Strong, however, and that will be that. Dominic, meanwhile, he's going to be the one to go back and find the Wisdom Rune. And he kind of needs it. He's level 5 on this Bristleback, so, you know, just get yourself some more levels, and maybe you can dominate this Luna, who's level 6 right now. Chiro just comes in. Look at Chiro. He's just following this Luna around, slamming her into the ground. Pulverize comes out as well. He's trying to do it by himself, but with the Willow coming over, we'll be able to save V-Tune's life. A very nice job on the Bramble Maze there, and Primal Beast won't be able to threaten a kill onto Roger because, of course, doesn't have the spells off cooldown anymore, nor does he have the mana.
For all the rotations, though, for all this kind of like madness, it is still just Pango and Luna just free farming up, right? That is going to be the benefit of having this like all scaling course, right? Because for 9 Pandas, in Radiant's mind, it's like, okay, let's shut down this Alchemist. They're rotating bottom, and in doing so, then like V-Tune's like, boys, I'm free farming, I'm chilling. And Kiyotaka, he hasn't had to make any crazy moves on the map yet. He hasn't really had to just kind of exert himself. So yeah, the Pango and the Luna are the ones thriving right now in the game. Whilst Bristleback has not had the best start, only 3.1k net worth to his name right now.
Well, nice try from Chira there to, actually, it doesn't seem to matter. Yeah, Kiyotaka, the Rolling Thunder comes out, he's fine. I think if Chira had been able to pull off that onslaught play, then Kiyotaka might have been in trouble, but He's not going to get to it. The Chirurgeon is not leaving him alone, and he doesn't have the mana anymore for Swashbuckle. Oh, mana boots were just coming off cooldown. He might have been able to escape there, but didn't have the mana, didn't have the health. Gets pulverized and trampled into existence, or out of existence.
Caster Curse is too powerful, man. I'm just like, yo, Kiritako's not had to do anything in this game, man. He's chilling. 2 seconds later, he walks up into a triangle, gets slapped in the face, and dies. It's like, okay. What can you do, boys? What can you do?
Happens. Yeah, I mean, all with the Wisdom Rune and being left alone at top, Dominic has been able to catch up on levels to the Luna. So, can you threaten this hero? As a bristleback, probably not. Not really the hero to go in and press buttons on Luna so much, so we should expect a pretty free game for VTune. Ramses, meanwhile, doing pretty well to start things off. Looking for a stun target. Throws him on down to Respect, and Respect will get finished off by the right click from the Pangolier. Well, same, no big rotation in. They were really looking for the Faceless Void or something there, so only really going to be able to grab the Pugna. Not going to feel amazing, but at least it was a nice, quick, efficient kill. And they can just get back to farming ASAP. Chira coming down. Man, this guy's so scary. Every time this Primal Beast turns up, you got to be worried.
Radiant's bottom tower is
But
under attack.
he sees all these heroes and he's like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I have my limits. That's the thing, like, I'm kind of just looking here and how much cancel do you really have for this Pulverize? You know, even pre-BKB. What are we looking at? Rolling Thunder is like a pain in the ass to use as a cancelling ability. By the time you cancelled it, he's done most of the Pulverize anyway. You've got Lotum Beam, of course, but Luna's not going to be in that many engagements early on. Beyond that, I mean, it's unstable concoction, like, sure, it's a stun, but it takes ages as well. It's just another one which is going to take a while to really get on the board, so really good opportunities for Primal Beast to just kind of get away with murder in this game. There's Pangolier being brought up a little bit by Dominic. Akira Jr. coming in as well. He has got the Pulverize, is going to throw it down. Dominic's on top of him. All of these goose stacks going to make it hard for him to survive, and he will drop as well. This dinosaur, very, very scary.
He is going to be the kind of the key piece of the puzzle if Radiant are to try and draw an early lead, right? You've already kind of emphasized the points of what he can provide. And, you know, playing around it right now, both supports holding his hand mid lane. Meanwhile, Bristle was taking the stacks that we just saw as well. It's the right moves are getting made by Radiant, it seems. And Alchemist, he is like the big loser of the game so far, right? A 4.5k net worth Alchemist. This is not something you often see, right? Here's a hero that will very slowly climb to the top of the leaderboards.
But we're going to see his item choice now, and it is, of course, going to be that Radiance, so...
He baited me for a second. He missed click put Shard in, and I was like, brother, if you're going Treads, Bassi, Shard, then... What is this tech we're talking about?
Genuinely, the moment the shot came, I was like, wait a minute, he could do that, then go for like a Solar Crest, and then be like, the buff you out, and then he gets the out. Yeah, of course, this is Roger. Sorry, this is Ramses. He ain't gonna be doing any of that.
That's the opposite of Ramses.
I thought he was cooking for a minute, but nope, just a plain old Alchemist. But yeah, that's the thing, like, so like what I was talking about before, like, kind of coming into fruition perhaps, because this Luna is just kind of farming up. She's having like the perfect Luna game, but you have this perfect Luna game, you run at towers, and what offlaner do you have to like start fights or back you up or buff up the team or, you know, do any of that offlaner stuff? And Alk, he's gonna have like maybe a Radiance? Like, come on, man.
It's everyone for themselves in this 9 Pandas draft, right? Like if you're like a first time viewer looking at this game, F Ninja having to time that's back out top lane, but if you're like looking at these drafts, you're always gonna say Radiant's better, right? Because like you have the team fight, you have the bristleback, like everything. And Glaire's gonna roll in as well.
Protect our own pubs and make sure our offlaners don't do this.
Yeah.
In there goes. Dominic is gonna get blasted down here by 9 Pandas though, so nice defensive play. VTune coming in for that one as well. Didn't land the last hit, but still there for the XP. But got to be careful. There's a Chronosphere available, and he's going to drop it now onto Roger. Needs a bit of follow-up. Sure will be able to provide with the Onslaught and with the Trample if required. Like Bramble Maze, Fear, Roger, he's making the work for it, that's for sure. But eventually, the kill will come out. It goes to Sweden strong as well, so all of that work for a kill onto your Invoker. Not really worthwhile for Klim, but they should be able to take down this tier 1 tower up on the top side at least.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
Now you
is under
see,
attack.
there's been freedom, right? Like, Klim, they're moving to the top side of the map finally, after like 8 minutes of bot lane aggression. And in doing so, Alchemist, he went from 4.4, 4.5k we were talking about minutes ago, suddenly 7k. Right? Like, that is what this hero can provide if he gets freedom on the map. And I think Luna, V-Tune, he's done an exceptional job. Surprising enough, Ramses also was making stacks that V-Tune took. So I was expecting Ramses to be very selfish in his farm pattern, right? It's like, these are my ancients. You play top and you never leave top, right? But they are actually kind of balancing the farm between these two core heroes. And of course, as much as we're like harping on the idea of Ramses playing carries in the offlane, of all the carries that he's played so far, this is a hero that has been played as offlane before, right? 33, Seb, for example, like these players, they have shown us what they can do on this hero. Of course, Ramses is doing the most extreme version where he just doesn't buy any active item. It is just for himself, but we'll see if they can bring it into the game. Sweden strong.
We'll see.
Dust it up.
You know, blink BKB now, and I'm going to be a happy monkey, but Sweden strong is just giving us life down here in the bottom side. Didn't realize that 9 Pandas were going to commit so many heroes to try and take down this tier 1 tower, but of course, this is going to open up the map quite a lot for themselves. Yeah. I don't know. I would have liked to see more adjustment from Munkushi, you know. Going for this Midas feels too slow to me. Like, sure, you want to be the carry, but give your team a chance to play more active. We've seen a lot of these Master Madness voids, and it's just look good as that heal comes in from respect from the high ground. Kiyotaka, though, he's going to jump up and mess with that one. Time Walker's out. Munkushi's absolutely fine for the time being. He's even got a greater healing load that's in his inventory to use as well, should he need it. Respect is going to get dropped here. Dominic trying to take some chunks out of Alpha as well as Munkushi jumps in, looking for some revenge onto Roger here. Roger's going to use a Shadow Realm Tornado, going to cancel that TP out attempt, and Munkushi should be able to finish off the kill here. Absolutely can. Dominic will snipe it up for himself to get his Aghanim Scepter. But still, nice responses coming out from the side of Klim.
Yeah, they are keeping themselves in it. It's not some crazy net worth lead. I think right now, this is the state of the game where if Klim aren't getting a core kill now, this is where we talk about 3, 4, 5,000 gold leads start building up for 9 Pandas, right? Because the Luna and the Out finally now holding each other's hands at the top of the network between the two of them. And it feels like Klim, they do have this in mind, right? Like they're relatively grouped up together. They are looking to fight. You've got the Vessel on the Invoker, the Ags on the Bristleback. They're in a bit of a fighting state right now. They just need to find that core. Just constantly bumping into Roger in the top lane is gets a little bit repetitive. Haven't really spoke about it as well, but Munkushi did go for the Midas to Maelstrom. He is one component deep into BKB.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was mentioning it, like, I really would have liked to see the Mask of Madness build this game, just because it would have given them, like, a little bit more tempo, a little bit more kill threat. Admittedly, he's been having a pretty active game and hasn't seemed to have needed it so far, so maybe I'm wrong on that point, but it just feels like when you're playing into this double carry draft, you know, just getting the Mask of Madness would just give your team, like, that little bit of extra oomph they need, but we'll see. He's trying to bait with his illusion here, see if he can get a chrono or something out.
Under attack.
Always important to do this when possible. And now, Pulverize comes down onto the Weaver on the sidelines. Want to try and bring down Alpha as quickly as possible. That's not going to happen. Kiyotaka going to respond. And I'm not sure Klim can actually save their primal beat here. There is Munkushi coming in from the sidelines with the Chronosphere, but he's just not going to drop it down in time. Chira is gone, as is Respect. 9 Pandas just able to take down 2 instantly, and Dominic just trying to shred the Willow. Will be able to do so, and what? Roger just dies on the sideline? Sorry, Alpha just dies on the sidelines there on the Weaver. That's unfortunate. Dominic
still looking.
with his Aghanim Scepter, just feeling very, very dominant, as he should.
I feel like 9 Pandas are still in their farming stride, right? And they're actually going to be jumping in onto Dominic. I've seen this go horribly wrong before.
And all this time, Munkushi trying to take chunks out of Ramses. Surely, is he trying not to use the Chronosphere here? And now the Eclipse comes down. Munkushi needs to get himself away. He doesn't have another Time Walk. He's just going to get killed off by V-Tune. You kill one carry, only to get killed by the other. That's his first death of the game, and it's a bad one.
Yeah, I think that is not what you want to see, right? That's your kind of like your statement fight potentially for Klim, right? How they have all these timings kind of syncing up, and just doesn't really go their way. Sure, they kill off the Alchemist, but still Luna sitting at top of net worth. She's going to soon have her BKB. If you are Klim, it's just about keep on going, keep on fighting. Get this Bristle back in the face of 9 Pandas. Don't allow these heroes to all hit the jungle. Force one of them to react.
Klimming. Yep, you've hit your timing on the Bristle. You know how strong you are. Cheer is also a beast as well, as he's just going for this Willow kill down in the bottom side and is going to be able to grab it. Over towards mid. Respect. Looks like he might be getting dropped here. Kiyotaka looking to come in and finish the job with Rolling Thunder. Artho won't need his help though. Finishes him off, so the TP comes out from the Pangolier. Artho, meanwhile, just trying to get himself away. Trying to ruffle some truffles and then get himself to safety. Will he be able to do that though? Dominic says no. In comes a blender. The Bristle smack comes through. And that'll put an end to the Weaver. I've got to say, Klim, they're having a good time with things. They are playing at the tempo they need to play at, but at the same time, look at the net worth though. Like, they're getting all these kills, they're finding all this aggression, but they're still just getting more and more farm on the side of 9 Pandas. Ramses is not really being shut down. V-Tune as well, still having a perfectly fine game. Great game, in fact, and there's that early BKB we're talking about. Pre-20-minute BKB on V-Tune here. So they can really look to take the next fight on 9 Pandas.
Especially because you've got the Aghanims complete on the Pangolier. So having these additional swashes, you can get more diffusal hits and drain more mana. You've got the BKB on Luna and then Alchemist. In about a minute's time, should have BKB, so 9 Pandas are going to be so formidable in this upcoming engagement. Monkushi, he struggled a little bit on connecting on those chronos, but he himself is going to have a BKB as well in the upcoming fight. So both teams are going to be hitting some incredible timings. Can Void hit that perfect chrono? Can 9 Panda just run over their opponent? Like, this is the fight that really just gives the winning team just entry to controlling the next portion of the mid game. So now 9 Pandas are going to be rushing it and moving over towards the Tormentor, taking that away for themselves. We'll see who's lucky enough to claim the fruits, and it's Roger.
You know, I'm disappointed we don't get some sort of big wheel which comes out every time the Tormentor gets killed, you know? Really appeal to the gacha market.
You want that gacha? Yeah, yeah. So a nice little like subtle UI thing where on top, as it dies, it just scrolls like ding 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 ding. Boop. Competitively, it's like, why do I have to wait 5 seconds for this animation? Yeah.
Yeah. How do we add gacha to Dota?
We already have chests and stuff, right? Kind of there. It's not as extreme as other games, which is pretty healthy. Yeah. And we got it good because like you own a chest, you know you're gonna get at least one of everyone, right? Other than like the super rares or whatever.
Anyway, Roshan going on right now, and it's looking like it's going to be successful. I mean, they're just clearly just not in position to contest this at all. They really should be, but here we go. Roshan, it's going to go the way of V-Tune. Oh god, this Luna.
Wild. I mean, how does Klim just give away the free Roshan, right? Like, they completed their Bloodstone on the Bristleback, the BKB that we said. It's like they had everything. Maybe the heart was still coming out for the Primal Beast, but Radiant giving away a free Roshan, especially when you're a Faceless Void team. Like, you hate when you're hitting your stride having to fight into an early Aegis, because now you know, like, you don't have a lot of damage in the early game with Void, so throwing into an Aegis into the mix, it's like, I won't be able to do it. They are going to be able to find the Weaver here though. That is a freebie, but Pugner also gets found in the top lane.
Supports just having their lives traded like Pokemon cards. So, I mean, big time is coming out for Klim. There's obviously this heart on the Primal Beast. He's got this Blade Mail heart now completed, so he is a monster. Big, scary beast, but into this Aegis Luna, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. We're on our new arc of casting, just doing meme one-liners.
Well, that's the thing. 9 Pandas, they have no intention of using this Aegis to get like objectives, to put pressure. I mean, they'll put some pressure, but it's just farming. It's just a farming Aegis. Sure, take a couple of tier 1s here and there.
Tornado off the mark.
Yep. And Vici reacted to it pretty damn fast. Oh, and he's got the shard as well. I love this shard.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
C9 Pandas, they are trying to poke. They're trying to progress the map right now. Ramsey's already pushing in the bot lane. Luna taking mid. It's just going to be a lot of tower. Ramsey, oh, he's looking to go for a basher on the Alchemist. Okay, he just completed it. That I was not expecting. I was expecting him to go for like a silver edge or something a bit more killer, but there's a fight in the mid lane. Roger.
There is indeed. Roger is going to be the early casualty of this one. Key attacker going to come rolling on through. Just, you know, using that Aghanim, getting off a bunch of swashbuckles here, draining some mana. He's going to get caught though. Tira managed to grab him with the pulverize, but they're not going to be able to bring him down. He's got way too much health for that. Meanwhile, Swedenstrong's just been killed up in the backlines of Vici and just manning up onto Dominic here. Dominic can't really fight into that, especially with his blades coming out as well, so have to back themselves away.
I think right now, if you're a fan of Klim, you're kind of asking, when are we going to see a chrono, right? It's of course the Aegis is a bit of a deterrent, but ever since that triangle fight where Void jumps in, doesn't use chrono, dies to Luna ultimate, you can feel he's just been a little bit afraid to jump into the fight and try to get amongst it. And Aegis is expiring in 2 minutes time. I think Makushi does need to start making some moves into these fights.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, the comparison should be made here. Hold on. Pulverize coming out onto Ramses. Ramses doesn't care, though. Just throws the stun straight back. They have the cancels nearby, so won't be successful on that one. And I think the comparison to make with Monkushi here is definitely Nightfall from yesterday, who we saw play into an Aegis, and he just chronoed everything inside. He chronoed supports, he chronoed, you know, like the get himself away from action. Like, he was just using the ability, not on the Aegis target. As Chira apparently has a heart, but I didn't see it. Makushi comes in, though, trying to blow up Ramses on the sidelines here with the help of respect from Swedenstrong. Might just be able to bring him down. They need a bit more, but they will find it. They'll take down the Alk, but now they need to get themselves away. Makushi, that BKB now ends. He needs to find his way out of this one. He's got the time walk available. Stunned up. He needs to get away. Runs across the tree lines, but he's so low on HP with that Spiral Vessel upon him. Kiyotaka's going to find him, brings down the Faceless Void. Vici now looking for more with the backing of Kiyotaka and Alpho. He can just keep on going, but you've got to be a little bit careful. Dominic does do a ton of damage. Rugged blows up Swedenstrong on the sidelines. Dominic just backing himself away up to that high ground, and Vici won't be able to bring him down. This Bristle is still strong. But I mean, what the hell happened to that Primal Beast at the start of this fight?
He just got absolutely blown up with the jump that they had available, and on top of that, it's just... I'm not really seeing Bristle really getting his damage into the fight as well, right? He only did 1900 damage in that engagement, and 9 Pandas are doing a very good job at just kiting him out. Poor old Void, sure, you do get the kill on the Alchemist, but you just killed an offlaner. The Pango and the Luna, they are, you know, reigning supreme as well. It is so difficult. Radiant, they had such a nice entry to the game and how they were dictating players. They stagnated, and in that moment of being stagnant, they're just lacking critical damage to ever kill off all 5 or 9 Pandas. And 9 Pandas, they know that. They're smoked up straight away. They want to keep fighting Radiant. They want to keep punishing the fact that, hey, you don't have Chrono? That you can barely kill us with Chrono? What's it going to feel like when we run at you without Chrono?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's a very nice timing. Vtune is having such a stellar game, right? So you're top of the net worth, about to hit. Ready? About to eclipse 20,000 net worth.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower
very
is under
spooky.
attack.
How do you really want, like, you need to chrono her, right? Isn't that just like the TLDR and the Radiant engagement is ignore out, kill Luna, and then hope that out is kited? I think Invoker can do an incredible job at stopping this Alchemist. Same thing with the Puggin and the Decreps. Like, the hero that out jumps, that's to the side, but Luna, she is your primary source of kind of losing the fight. So I think, yeah, if your face is Void right now, this is your target. There aren't really many saves on 9 Pandas. This is something we highlighted very early on as well, right? Like, they don't have the Shadow Demons, the Oracles, the Dazzle style heroes to save within
Radiant's
Chrono,
top
the Venge
tower
swaps.
is under attack.
It
Radiant's
should be
top
quite
tower has
an
fallen.
easy approach, especially because Luna is a hero that likes to throw herself at the center of every engagement, right? She's the one hitting the tower. She's the one,
Scanning.
you know, activating her moon glaives and running on in. It is only an 8,000 gold lead. Like, you say that, but with an Alc on the team, like you always expect to see like 15,000, 20,000, right? You expect to see so much more. I meant to say like 10, 12. I got a bit carried away. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, I'll be honest. I got carried away.
You went big. You went big. I respect that.
Yeah. I went way too big for no reason. But thanks for keeping me grounded. Normally an out game, 12k plus is kind of like your sweet spot.
I mean, it depends at what point in the game you're at, I guess. You know, in a in a 50-minute game, you'd be correct.
We can get ourselves into.
That'd be pretty awkward. Yeah. I think if it's at that point, then Alc's probably losing the game.
Respect. It's being blended here. See the damage, the extra damage from the glaives coming into effect there as well. It just, I feel like this should be bought more. It always just seems to do a lot of work.
Yeah, Luna players who don't buy it like 4th item. It is just bewildering. Yeah, they are just bad. Yeah, I can. Abyssal Blade picked up on Ramsey's though.
Oh, what can he do here? I mean, just unleashing onto Chira Jr. and there's the Abyssal coming on through as well, followed up with a bash as well, and there comes a Lucent Beam down onto his head. Chira Jr. He's picked up his heart and done nothing but die. Dominic trying to get away from this one, waiting for the Lotus to end. Ramsey so very patient, finally throws it out and stuns up the Bristle. Rakushi comes in, goes for the Chrono, going for the big target. Can he bring down the Luna with the Blender coming out from Dominic? It is going to be enough. They'll take down one carry. Now you need to deal with the other. Ramsey's going to be that target, but key attacker backing him up. It's going to make it very difficult to bring down this Alchemist, and they recognize that, and they'll start to back themselves away once again. Alpha even chasing down Monkushi here. Like, honestly, Weaver just getting so many clicks off in this fight. Kayataka looking for Monkushi on the sidelines. I mean, Klim, credit to them. They're playing this fight really slowly, really carefully. They lose their primal to start with, but they use the Chrono to get the turnaround. But 9 Pandas still not giving up territory. They're still holding their ground as Dominic comes running onto Roger here. But Roger, he's got that lovely neutral item. Yoga Seal Totem's going to help him get away. And Dominic will not be able to finish the job here.
It is a little bit embarrassing for V2 though. His entry to a grand fight. Hi, I'm here. This is me. My Luna. Dies to a Chrono. Instantly.
It's every game,
Like
man.
5 minutes ago we were saying like how Luna, they're on those saves. She has to be careful. Void, super simple for fight. Like, even when the game gets tough, just Chrono the Luna, right? Like Luna, she doesn't have a butterfly. She doesn't have
Satanic
or anything tanky enough so that has the HP for during Chrono, right? She only has 2200 HP. And Void, even though the game's a little bit funky, he's kept up with net worth the entire time, right? He's got Miona, Lincoln's, BKB, Midas, like plenty of attack speed, survivability, and damage. And if 9 Pandas are to want to win this game, they're going to need to try and bait out this Chrono before the Luna enters the engagement. Alpha Ninja, he is grabbed up. Do they have the damage to kill him off? Yes, they do.
Answering your question there. Ramsey's going to stun himself up here. This could be an opportunity. Monkushi jumps on immediately. Kiyotaka trying to help him out, gets bounced off the fountain. They won't be able to help him. And Ramsey's to full. Kiyotaka now just needs to leave. I don't think they have the catch to bring it down that Pangolier, but they do have the damage to bring down Roshan, and that's exactly what they're going to turn their attention to. Klim, they've found a way back into this game.
Incredible blunder from 9 Pandas. The Luna dying to the center of the fight by Chrono, and then Ramsey's just walking up in and just stunning himself.
My goodness me, what a turnaround. I mean, sure, the god hasn't really gone up a whole lot for the side of Klim, but you can feel how in charge they are. They just won like 2 fights in a row. Now their Chronosphere's back off cooldown again. We saw what happened to that Luna the last time. Really hard now for 9 Pandas to approach the side of Klim.
I feel like the greed of 9 Pandas draft was to grid out the lanes, to grid out the early game, and then to sync up their early game timings. But of course, as games prolong, right? Like when you look at heroes like Faceless Void, Bristleback, these, it is so hard to overwhelm them, especially when you're just not able to execute as cleanly. And I think this is probably the issue of Weaver support, right? Like Weaver support in a winning game feels great because you're always doing something. In a losing game, what is your assistance factor? And I think now he is looking to go for the old school Aghanim's build. It did get heavily nerfed. It used to have a lot higher range, and it's not only 500. So even when he picks up the Aghanim, it's not going to be as simple as I can save everyone. It does allow you to use time lapse on allies, by the way, just in case you weren't aware. So that is going to be the big save that we are looking for, but we'll see if he can get it in a timely fashion, because right now them are just making all the right moves, it seems.
Scuttle away from that one, Afo. Scuttle away. Blink over there, so very hard to close the gap onto this Weaver. Tornado will pick him up, but again, just not the target they can bring down. Pressure on the top side here. It's now on 9 Pandas to get these side lanes pushed out as quickly as possible. Bottom lane already pretty pushed, but there's no tier 2 tower to attack anyway. As Chira throws a rock at the Weaver's face. After doing a great job of just being annoying. And I mean, to be fair, this is a little strange for Klim. They're not really stunned, just on himself.
Yeah, this time he blinks out. He knows what happens the last time he stunned himself.
Yeah. Here we go. Mangushi starts hitting the tower. This is what I wanted to see. The rest of the team turning up as well. I guess I was seeing if they could bait anyone, if anyone's going to come forwards, but the Weaver had already given them a ton of information, maybe more than Klim realized.
Well, it's pretty awkward, Nomad. So Luna, she didn't opt to go for an early butterfly, but now she's trying to go for one, and Void's already about to complete MKB. So the big power timings where Luna often can just get a butterfly by 25. This stage of the game, it isn't going to be as impactful.
I'll tell you what the play is though, T-Gov.
What's the play?
You're about to get chronoed. You drop Moonglaves, you drop Satanic, and then those glaives are going to heal you up as they hit the enemy. It's clearly the play here.
There's options for her to lean on, right? Smile, but I feel like Luna is a carry that you always want to pick.
Because you get damage reduction from Moonglaves. I mean, it's stupid. It's not going to happen, but you have to be insanely quick on the Satanic. But
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think
he gets chrono, just drop his face on the keyboard and then pray he lives.
Press every button.
Right now he just dies, right? Like, he's gonna have to do something.
It could work. Tier 2 tower in the middle lane, starting to fall. Here we go. Tier 2's brought down under the cover of this Aegis, and they might even look to regain control of this bottom lane as well, where Ramses is currently lurking. He's going for this AC as his next item. Yeah, still a bit of a beast as Arfo has been found out here, holding onto the time lapse for the time being. I'll throw it down. Oh, it's playing around with them at the moment. this is insane. There we go. Time lapse comes out at last. Arfo's just having a bit of fun with it. Dragging them across the map, making them work, but they just don't have the lockdown for this Weaver, which is a good sign. It does mean that he can play relatively up. Never mind, they certainly have the lockdown for Roger. A little bit of revenge being found here. They're moving on to the Bristleback. They've got the break upon him with the Luna, and they will be able to rip through him in seconds. Bye-bye, Bristle. Kiyotaka looking for more, finds respect, stuns out onto him, but the rest of the team on the side of Klim coming on through. Manguchi's got the Chronosphere. He's going to throw it down onto the Pangolier. The Pangolier, is he tanky enough to live through this? I don't think so. Right clicks of Glor coming through onto Kiyotaka, and that's actually a pretty big streak going towards Manguchi as well. So Faceless Void really starting to become the giga carry of the game when that Chronosphere is up.
No! The tier 4. The Alchemist, he farmed the camp and dropped a tier 4 token in the ancient camp. Okay, Half Ninja gets it. Oh,
Phew. Cleaning up after
pretty
Ramses.
devastating.
As is his role in this team. Manguchi getting stunned up. Nice timing there, but they've got the Decrepify out onto him, but Respect is going to die just to the glaze because of that. Ramses getting pretty low to Chira Jr. Chira Jr. is going to BKB TP himself. But Bash comes through from Kiyotaka. Bye-bye, Dinosaur. Chira goes down, and it looks like Invoker might be following him to the grave. 4 heroes dead on the side of Klim. Only the Faceless Void makes it out.
Oh no, man. They just didn't respect the buybacks once again. That's a compendium line. You can't get any more, but, you know, it was pretty good. Yeah, I think Radiant just ran up into the high ground. And just, yeah, very, very strange siege from Klim there. Like, the whole game was kind of in their favor.
They have no Bristle. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I am equally as confused. There's not much analysis to make here. It was just they were lacking numbers. They killed Pango. They had no chrono. They just decided to give 9 Pandas away back into the game.
Yeah. sometimes I'm like, oh, it's a hard patch to go high ground in, but I'm not sure that would have worked in any patch. But nevertheless, Klim with the misread, unfortunately. Maybe trying to catch him off guard. Maybe trying to give Chira a chance to get into the fight. Something critical down inside of 9 Pandas we didn't spot maybe, but nevertheless, didn't work out. So we'll see how much damage 9 Pandas can do. And the answer is not really a whole lot, but, you know, they do break the high ground, something which Klim hadn't been able to do for a while. And now we start looking towards the next Aegis. Who is going to get the next Roshan? And, well, I think both teams are going to need to fight for it. It all becomes, where is this Chrono? Who's it going to land on? Because we've seen time and time again, Mankushi, he is the most powerful carry in this game, despite being about 4k gold behind the Luna, as long as he lands that Chrono on a decent target. If he doesn't, he's not the strongest.
Oh, Weaver has the Agnums. I'm actually buzzing for this, by the way, boss. Like, this is the type of like item pickup that either crushes the game and you're like, wow! Or it's like, oh my god, that spell got nerfed so hard. There's a reason why people don't buy it.
Oh, Alpha.
We might have to wait to see it.
Maybe, but let's get his count. Might help him. Nope. Can't get out. No time left today.
As well.
Well, it'll at least be 50 seconds until we see it.
But I'm still excited, Nomad. Don't worry. I am on the edge of my seat still.
I hope you get your payoff.
I thought you were going to say fall off your chair. I was like, come on, man. Don't do that.
You fall off. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like an Aether Lens or something is kind of necessary. Maybe like a cast range neutral item would have been nice if you had that option, yeah. But
Telescope would have been great. Does anyone on this team have Telescope? That's the...
No.
Okay, Willow is choosing right now.
She's a Willow. She's got an Ag. She's going for the Mind Breaker.
3 Mind Breakers. Whew.
Damn. Klim's Mind's
a lot
gonna
of
be
Mind
broken.
Breaker. No, I think that was the best change Valve ever made to neutral items, was everyone being able to choose like their own out of 5. Because like having to like negotiate mid game, like, dear Alchemist, I formally put my request that I will be using your neutral item. What do you get in return? Nothing.
My eternal gratitude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my thanks. Signed, position 5 with Brown Boots wand. 9 Pandas, though they are smoked up. Roshan is respawning in 1:33. It's not going to be a quick Roshan. They're not aware of that. That's why they are flooding their way towards the pit. And Bakushi, he does have the ninja gear. And smoke on smoke action.
Yeah.
Key thing for this fight is Weaver's positioning. If Weaver positions correctly, with the Ag's reveal, I mean, they already know it's there, but the first usage of it will be very key.
It will.
Izaka doesn't have buyback. Be careful.
Gonna give them the vision here. The Willow comes forward to get down the vision. They need to deward this. They'll see everything. And they do take it out. Slightly nerve-wracking, but they've got the gem on the Pugner. He's positioned himself correctly to be able to just take down those wards, so... I think they need the vision on Pandas. They absolutely need it. Mankushi, you can't give him the entry to this fight. They see Ramses. I'm not sure he actually emerged from the trees there on Mankushi, so might not have laid eyes on the Alchemist. Otherwise, I feel like he would have gone for that. Weaver also just trying to get vision in with these bugs. Playing from the sidelines. Another ward taken out. Very nicely done from Respect, has to be said. The Kiyotaka, he rolls in. They're trying to go to the face of this boy. They're trying to bring him down 100-0, but can he get to the BKB in time? That is a question. He stands on the Bizzle Blade, comes down. He's gone. He's going to buy back though. They have the TP point right nearby. Raid advantage. Roche going to come in huge here. And 9 Pandas, they respect it. They get themselves away. Oh, man. But that's the first Life of the Void. Not just a Roshan condition now, but a win condition perhaps for the side of 9 Pandas could be available. If they get Alpha here, this would be absolutely huge. He doesn't have the time lapse anymore, and they can get him down.
Roshan respawns.
No Weaver. But look at the base right now. Like, you got creeps coming in the middle lane, you got creeps coming in the bottom lane. 9 Pandas at the very least want to do a bit of building damage, but Klim will be able to take Roshan.
And what an execution there from 9 Pandas, right? Like, both teams are disciplined to get to that point of the fight, and the instant TPing back. Kiyotaka needs to be careful. He was trying to hit mid for some reason, and he still has the silver.
He's in pretty deep here.
Gem on the Pugner.
Whereas our Chrono Spear is very far away. Don't expect it in this fight, so that means they can turn around and take down Chira. He's gone. No buyback either. I don't think that's going to be important, but Chrono is coming in from the side. He just annihilates Roger. Jesus Christ. There was a Dark Willow there, and now they move forward, looking for more. The Ags on the faces, Void doing absolute what? That's illegal. What? How did you get the deny?
From the concoction.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah.
How did he time it that well?
Sometimes in Dota, there's a phrase called the old flukerino. He presses the button, holds strong.
Yep. Press button and pray to Gabe, and sometimes Gabe will answer. Come down from the heavens.
But if we can rewind real quick to the start of that engagement, right? 9 Pandas, there was so much discipline from both teams in their positioning, right? It was like hugging the tree lines. You got one team at the twin gate, one team not. You then have the support on Weaver place the ward to see exactly where the supports were positioned. That gave a little bit of confidence to go, we can punish this Void, break the Lincolns. Primal instantly reacting to then try and keep him alive. And there was only 1 4-star for the Void, not 2. They weren't able to get both supports into a helping location. And then like the whole start of that fight was like just incredible. It could have been so much better if they were able to keep Void alive, just the turnaround, but the ability to go for it. And then they get Roshan, sure. The 9 Pandas are hitting mid for some reason, and then no Oaks died. Like this is, you go from like the most insane pick-off play to just throwing away your life middle. I think 9 Pandas, their story of their run so far in this qualifier has just been volatility, right? Like they've lost when they had mega creeps. The
highest highs, the lowest lows.
Yeah, they are all round the shop, and of course, Munkushi getting the Agnums for free in the Roshan, that is going to really assist his initiation. If he finds a Weaver, you're not going to be able to now get away from that. Same thing for Willow. There's no time to realm unless you're doing it preemptively. This big cash injection with the Aegis, the net worth lead. It's always kind of been on the way of 9 Pandas, but you do expect that from Alchemist lineups. And to be fair, if there is one loser in the game, and I don't mean literally, I mean just based on net worth, it is Sweden Strong. He is the biggest loser because he's just fallen behind heavily, but close to Aghanims to be able to assist.
Yeah, and you know, it doesn't matter whether you're a support invoker or not. If you have max points and exalt, then that Cataclysm is going to do work inside the Chronosphere. It's always a threat. Yeah, we really haven't seen much coming out from Sweden Strong. It's just been a tough game for him as they will break the bristle back, and he is just trying to get it. Oh, is he? Munkushi comes in. He's taking so much damage, though. He needs to be careful, Munkushi. He's getting blended. He's going to lose the Aegis and do absolutely nothing with it. That was ridiculous. Alpha, he's going to fall. But now, you're fighting without your Chronosphere, you're fighting without anything, and now Ramsey's going to come in and just start blasting away at the faces point. Keep in mind, he has no buyback here, needs to get out, time walk away, gets him to safety, he'll turn around and deal with Dominic instead. He is gone, out of the fight. Terrorize lands on T Invokers, he's going to fall next. Ramsey's jumping in, trying to find the stun, does manage to land it onto Respect. Respect gets away though, faces Void moving up to the high ground. Munkushi, he needs to leave. He is the #1 target right now, but with the time walk down to the low ground and the TP away, he will be okay. Respect, meanwhile, will not. Dies, drops a gem. 3 heroes dead on the side of Klim. Complete over-aggression there from the Bristleback trying to set up for the Chronosphere, and the Chrono just did absolutely nothing.
I don't think Klim should just ever go high ground. You know, they need to find a new way to win a game of Dota. Like, 2 times now, they get to the steps of the Dire base, and it just all goes crumbling down. Evoker yet has picked up the Aghanims, means he won't have buyback. Also, for the Bristleback, he was 2 seconds away from having another round of Bristleback available. With the Bloodstone, that would have just been the game-deciding fight right there, but a matter of seconds and 9 Pandas just capitalizing on it. They do have buybacks on the Pugna and the Bristle.
They want to go for the end. They're going to have to use them. There is no Chronosphere, that's the thing, and they know that. 60 seconds. Okay, I'm going to be specific about it, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, 5 seconds is quite a lot, man.
Two balls, big defenders. Chiro Jr. once again just trying to do that thing where he sits on the front lines, uses the blade mail, but they'll pop the BKB. Stun out to Munkushi. Oh, he can't get off the reverse time walk. No, he's gone. Oh no, the stun comes out, the damage comes in, and all of a sudden your hopes of winning are just sitting dead in the base for 115 seconds. But maybe V-Tune getting low. All the time lapse comes out from the Weaver. There it is, Seeker, but it doesn't matter. The Ancient falls. And 9 Pandas will take game #1 in 46 minutes.
This is such a weird game, Nomad. Like, I apologize, but this did not feel